Good evening, everybody. Thank you for choosing NBC 10 News. I'm Rudy Williams.
And I'm Heather Parker. A surprise witness has been subpoenaed in the divorce case that names Ouachita Parish Sheriff Royce Toney.
He's an OCC inmate who escaped from the rifle range last December. NBC 10's Daisy O'Donnell has more. Daisy?
Rudy and Heather, OCC Warden Brian Newcomer has received a court order to bring OCC inmate Richard Frost to a courtroom next week to testify. A divorce attorney says Frost is a witness to Sheriff Toney's alleged affair.
In the month of December last year was a firestorm of legal allegations and controversy with Ouachita Parish Sheriff Royce Toney. On December 2nd, businessman Larry Culp filed for divorce against his wife, filing this paperwork that accuses Sheriff Toney of breaking up his marriage. Then a week later, Sheriff Toney faced more tough questions after OCC inmate Richard Dale Frost escaped from his trustee job at the rifle range. A divorce petition allegation against Sheriff Royce Toney and an inmate escaping from OCC. Here's the paperwork that shows what the two events have in common. This new court order and a letter sent to our news station has all the answers where the inmate claims he had knowledge of the sheriff's alleged affair. Divorce attorney Laurie Burkett claims that OCC inmate Richard Dale Frost, a convicted sex offender, is a witness in the divorce petition. Now she wants to know what Frost has to say, according to this subpoena filed in court.
On December 7th last year, inmate Richard Dale Frost escaped from his trustee job right here at the rifle range. But a closer look at his criminal history shows past arrests for sexual battery, domestic violence, and cruelty to children.
But it also shows he's a convict who often got second chances as a trustee or at work release programs. But Frost's run from the law didn't last long, since he was quickly captured by Ouachita Parish deputies the next day. That was the last anyone heard from inmate Richard Frost until NBC 10 received this handwritten letter written by the inmate's brother. The brother of Richard Frost claims that he's not writing about the crimes Richard Frost is accused of committing, but out of desperation and concern for his brother's safety. Frost's brother writes that Richard Frost ran away because he was a, quote, witness to events that have been in other news stories about Royce Toney, and that Richard said he was involved in some of the activities that are in question. He alleges that Richard Frost has been beaten in cell 259 and held in solitary confinement. The letter was sent to reporter Daisy O'Donnell, attorney Laurie Burkett, and Judge Wilson Rambo. Frost's brother says if anything happens to Richard Frost, he wants there to be a record. In the divorce suit filing, it alleges that deputies and inmates were used to stand guard at the rifle range, while Laurie Schween Culp and Sheriff Toney had their relationship. Now Richard Frost is ordered to be in court on February 15th, the same day Sheriff Toney is ordered to appear. Judge Wilson Rambo responded to the letter, saying that he forwarded it to Frost's court-appointed attorney and the judge assigned to Frost's case.
NBC 10 tried to contact attorney Brian Racer, who represents inmate Richard Frost, but he didn't respond to our calls. The attorney for Sheriff Royce Toney, Brian Crawford, says Sheriff Toney's testimony is not relevant or necessary in the divorce suit, but the sheriff's attorney confirmed Sheriff Toney will attend court on February 15th. Daisy O'Donnell, NBC 10 News.